Welcome to Los Angeles English School. My name is Helen, and in this video we will learn with you some medical vocabulary and we will look at the differences between three illnesses. If you have a cold, the flu and allergies. So first, it's very hard to distinguish if you have a cold, the flu or allergies. The difference between a cold, the flu and allergies is often best distinguished by the time it takes to start feeling sick, the severity of your fever and other symptoms involved. First of all, let's talk about fever. Fever, it means a high temperature. So we measure a fever with the help of Celsius and Fahrenheit. So 37 degrees Celsius equals 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you talk about a fever, you can say that fever can reach, can hit, can spike to, and can top. For example, a fever reached 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, or a fever hits 100 degrees Fahrenheit, or your fever can spike to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or your fever will not top more than 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so if we talk about a cold and the flu, the first indicator that you have the flu, that you have a very high fever. And your fever, if you have the flu, will probably hit 101, at least 101 degrees Fahrenheit, and can spike to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, if you have a cold, your fever will not probably top more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And a cold usually starts with a tickle in the back of your throat, and it comes on slowly. And the flu comes on much faster than a cold, and you have a very high fever. The next, let's have a look at some words. So your symptoms can be slight and can be severe. So usually if you have the flu, your symptoms are much harder, so they are severe. And if you have a cold, your symptoms are slighter, they are not so hard. To distinguish, it means to tell the difference, to recognize the difference between different things. In our case, we need to distinguish if we have a cold, the flu, or allergies. So let's have a look at the main symptoms. The first symptom is chills. So chills, it is a feeling of cold in your body and you can shake. So if you have chills, you feel cold in your body and you can shake. The next is sweating. Sweating, it is when, for example, you run or you have some physical activity, we sweat. And this symptom, sweating, can be caused also by some illness. Headache, if you have headache, your head aches. The next, itching in the nose and eyes. Itching, so your skin can itch, yeah, and you want to scratch it with your nails. Or your eyes and nose can itch. It's you want to rub your eyes or your nose, yeah, with your hands. Sore throat. Sore throat, it is when your throat is sore, it is ill or sick, and it's difficult for you to swallow, and you cannot drink, for example, cold water. Congestion. Congestion, it is when your nose is blocked and you have difficulty breathing. So it is difficult for you to breathe. The next is dry cough. So cough, it's okay. Watery eyes. So if you look at a person and it seems to you that a person is going to cry, so this person has watery eyes. Muscle aches. muscle aches when you, for example, after going to the gym, you can feel muscle aches. So your muscles, they ache. And muscle aches can be caused also by some illness. Fatigue. Fatigue, it is when people feel tired. You, for example, you haven't worked much, but nevertheless, you feel very tired. Runny nose. Runny nose, it is when you need to blow your nose all the time. Sneezing means coughing. So dry cough, it is the same, but your cough can be you just can cough, or your cough can be also dry. Sensitivity to light. Sensitivity to light, it is when your eyes are very sensitive, and when somebody switches on the light, your eyes can feel, you can feel uncomfortable. And now let's try to distinguish if these symptoms are typical for a cold, the flu, or allergies. So the first symptom is chills. So chills, remember, if you have a feeling of cold in your body and you can shake. So chills, usually they are caused by the flu. So it is flu, the symptom of the flu. The next, sweating. Sweating because of a very high fever. Of course, if your fever spikes to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, you remember that this fever is typical for the flu. Of course, sweating, it is the symptom of the flu. The next symptom, headache. Headache, you will most likely experience headache if you have the flu. The next, itching in the nose and eyes. Itching in the nose and eyes can be caused by allergies, typical for an allergy. The next, sore throat. Sore throat, if it is difficult for you to swallow and you cannot drink cold water, your throat hurts. So this is the symptom of a cold or the flu. So it can be both, a cold and the flu. The next, congestion. You remember your nose is blocked, it is difficult for you to breathe. So congestion actually can be caused by a cold and by the flu and by allergies. So you can experience this symptom if you have a cold and flu and allergies. The next, it is dry cough. Dry cough you will mostly experience if you have the flu. Watery eyes. Remember, watery eyes, if you look at a person and it seems to you that the person is going to cry, this symptom is usually caused by the flu, and it is also can be the symptom of an allergy. The next, muscle aches. Muscle aches can be caused by a cold, but when you have a cold, your muscle aches cannot be very strong. So usually they are slight muscle aches. But if you have the flu, your muscle aches will be extreme. You will experience extreme muscle aches, mostly in your back. So muscle aches can be caused by a cold and by the flu. But remember that the severity of this symptom differs. The next, fatigue. By the way, if you have an allergy is usually never accompanied by muscle aches. Okay? Fatigue. Fatigue, you remember if you feel tired. Fatigue can be caused by the flu usually, and you will experience extreme fatigue. Okay? But I think that some people can experience fatigue even if they have a cold, but this fatigue is slighter. Runny nose. Runny nose, remember if you need to blow your nose, runny nose can be caused by either a cold or the flu or allergies. So runny nose is the symptom which is typical for these three illnesses. So, and it is cold and flu and allergies. The next, sneezing. Sneezing can be caused by allergies and the flu and a cold. Cold, flu and allergies. Coughing. Remember that if you have the flu is accompanied by a dry cough, and just coughing, it is typical for a cold. And the last symptom, sensitivity to light. Your eyes will mostly be sensitive to light if you have the flu. So sensitivity to light is usually caused by the flu. Okay, so I hope that this video will help you to remember these words, these symptoms, and you will distinguish the difference between a cold, the flu, and allergies easier. But remember that I am not a doctor, and of course you need to visit a doctor and to discuss your treatment and your symptoms. And now you can visit our website losangeles.englishschool.com, and there you will find some more exercises, and they will help you to practice these words much better. And I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget please to subscribe to our channel and to leave your comments below. So, nice day!